open sights. We've got a gong there at 600 yards. A little high. We've got a hit. Hey guys, and welcome to Ozzie Reviews. Today I'm checking out the Swedish Mauser M38 6.5 by 55 rifle. Now I'll go ahead and clear it, guys. Look, I've done a few Milsurp reviews of late, and I just thought, well, let's continue on with that because I know that there is a big demand for it. So let's just give you a run by of the rifle to start with. So this particular rifle was made in 1943. Okay, so it's another very old rifle, but I believe it shoots very straight and is still as good as the day it was made. So let's start off with a little bit of information about it. Okay, so weight wise, we're looking at 9.2 pounds or 4.2 kilos. Okay, the barrel on it is 24 inches or 61 centimeters. Now there's an interesting story here. When I got this rifle, I was asking about the flash hider here. So basically it's an aftermarket part that's been put on because these barrels actually came out threaded from the factory all those years ago. And the story, or the reason I'm told for that, is because they actually had a blank projectile shredder attached to the end because their blanks actually had balsa wood projectiles. So yeah, I found that a really interesting story. So that's why we've got the flash hider on the end there. It is an aftermarket one. Now the cleaning rod just sits below the barrel there. Back to the action. Look, it's a typical Mauser action this. We've got the cock on closed bolt. We've got a 3-position safety here, okay? So pull it directly up there. You can still cycle the action. Obviously you can't fire. Flip it all the way over, locks the action, and naturally you can't fire. Then all the way back and you can fire from there. So the trigger pull on this one, 6 pounds I've measured that at. Now I've got an internal 5-round magazine on it, so naturally you just load through the top there. Now the open sights here are basically measured up to 600 meters there. That was pretty much the effective range back then of the 6.5 by 55. But honestly guys, I can assure you that the round definitely will go further than that, and with a nice degree of accuracy. So we'll take a closer look at the rear of the stock because I want to explain what the stock disc is. Now this stock disc is pretty important on these rifles, guys, as it gives you some pretty invaluable information. So very simply, it's in 3 different parts, okay? So there's 3 different pieces of information here. So the first part here is what a lot of people refer to as the holdover, okay, or overstrike. Now this is what it will actually tell you if you've got a number there. I don't, so it should be fine. But say for example you had a 1 there, then your holdover is roughly about that 10 centimeters at 100 meters, okay? Now the next part here is the bore condition. So the higher the number, the lower the condition. So I've got a 2, so not too bad, right in the middle there. And the last part here is your actual bore diameter. So I've got a 651 there, but then up here it's over 0, so it's 650. So overall guys, you can get these fairly cheap here in Australia. There's still quite a few, kicking around in the various different gun shops. And look, a lot of people love the caliber. It's quite mild on the shoulder, when you compare it to like 308 or 303 or 30-06. Definitely a lot more mild than that, and it's big enough to comfortably take a lot of game, ethically here in Australia. So yeah, shop around and I'm sure you'll see a few. Anyhow, let's get out on the farm now, guys. I definitely want to see how this one shoots. Okay guys, so we'll be using the 140 grain soft points from Federal, and I've got a target there to start with at 100. So let's just fire 5 shots through it, see how we go, see how good the accuracy is, with the open sights, and then we'll go on from there. Well, she certainly shoots straight, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Obviously my error there again, open sights, but still, look at that, you know, and you wonder why people talk about, you know, the accuracy of the 6.5 by 55. And a lot of people will just kick around with one of the old Swedish Mausers, just like this, and there's the result right there. Fantastic for out hunting, you know, hard enough hitting, and just reliable even after being as old as it is. Loading in the magazine is really simple. You know, you can just load from the top naturally, and this is the attraction with a lot of hunters, is the fact that you can just load from the top out in the field. They just click in, and you know, pretty reliable, that's for sure. All right guys, so as I like to do, you know, we've got a watermelon down range there, and I'd just like to show you the power under slow-mo of this round, you know, and other rounds in general. It's just really interesting to have a look at it under that slow-mo. So let's have a shot here, and I'll just show you what this old cartridge can do. Okay, so most of you said when I did the 303 review that you would have liked to have seen it shoot out a little bit longer distance. So this time we'll do this with the Swedish Mauser. So open sights, we've got a gong there at 600 yards, so I'm not even going to lie prone or anything like that. I'm just going to sit back, just like so, and see if we can hit that gong. So this will be a real test. A little high. We've got a hit. Alright guys, I'm going to wrap up my final thoughts on the old Swedish Mauser. Now for the price guys, you know, you can pick these up for a couple of $100 here in Australia, and I mean they still shoot just as straight as what they did the day they were made. You know, it just is a real testament to the quality of the Swedish steel that is used in these rifles. So whether you want to go in like military competitions at the range, or you just want a good knockabout rifle for getting out and knocking over some pigs and it's going to take the knocks out in the field, you know, you can't get much tougher than these. So yeah, overall guys, I'm pretty impressed with them. You can't really fault them, especially for their age. They just keep working and working, and they are just really comfortable to shoot, you know, they definitely are. So anyhow guys, we'll leave the review at that. Hope you enjoyed watching it. So till next time, we'll catch you then.